Good evening, friends. Welcome back to my channel, Intraday Trade. My name is Robin, and let's begin our Nifty and Bank Nifty analysis for tomorrow. So today, the market was volatile and definitely sideways as well. So I told you yesterday that today's market can be confusing because both FIIs and pros, so they both were completely bullish. So imagine if the major stakeholders both are bullish, and this is derivatives. Okay, so every day you will book profits, you will take fresh positions, you will hedge your positions, you will square off your positions. So there is a lot of things that happens in the background. So if they both are on a single side, the opposite side which is left, it is just retail traders. So they have to book their profits, they have to change their positions, and while both are on the same side, it becomes very difficult. Okay, so what happens is usually they try and trap us, and we'll be in a position where we might be thinking of buying a call option, but market may fall a bit more to convince us that no, it's not to buy a good to buy a call option, but rather buy a put option. So that's how they trap us, and during those traps they tend to exit their positions, and so that's how the volatility gets created. So let's quickly jump into the video for the analysis for tomorrow, because last 3 days I think my video was bigger than like it was longer than 20 minutes, so let's try and keep it a little short. So tomorrow being an expiry day, let's quickly check what should be our plan. I think the first thing that we usually check is the participant wise open interest. Today's data seems a little interesting. Let me quickly show you all that. So the first thing here is FIs have created again longs in future, but today they have also created shorts in future. That means they're not completely bullish today, is what we can understand. And similarly, if you look at pros, they have created longs. At the same time, they've also closed their short positions. And if you look at call options, long is 9675, short is 9838. So the difference happens to be 163. So we'll just avoid this. We'll just consider there is no position in call side. But if we look at put side, they have about 7,100 put sell. Okay, so with regards to options, what is their position? They have put sell. So put sell means it is definitely bullish, but that doesn't mean the market will move up. So when there is put sell, that means the market is not going to fall significantly. Okay, so this is what we can expect. But let me tell you all, the position size is very small. Okay, so they may change their view tomorrow also based on expiry, so we'll look at that. But so far the position that they have carried is this, so they are not expecting a very big fall tomorrow. Now let's cross check pros. So pros have call sell. So call sell figure here, it looks higher, but wherein if you compare, pros have closed the long positions that they had in the call options, and they have created 41,666 call short. And similarly, if we look at put, they have closed long, but they have closed a lot of short positions in put side. So what does that mean? So they have definitely closed their long puts, but more than that, they have closed their short puts. That means they still have a fear on the downside, and this itself can create a confusion tomorrow, because if you remember last time we discussed that when the position is in the opposite direction, that also brings up fear in them. So FIIs have put sell and pros have call sell. So this itself tells that, pros are not expecting market to move higher and FIs are not expecting market to fall significantly lower. This means we can expect a range bound market today. So this is the conclusion based on the participant wise OI. Now let's quickly check the option chain and see if we can find anything there. Okay, so first of all, OI charts. So looking at the OI chart today, definitely call writing was more than the put writings, and overall call open interest is also more. Okay, put, if you see, we definitely have support, but the support is far, and similarly on the call side we have resistance, but we do not see any call writing happening in the money, neither any put writing happening in the money. So everyone is like expecting a range bound market. So there is some short straddle which I can see at 38,000 and a strong support at 37,500 and a strong resistance at 38,500. So overall a range bound market can be expected tomorrow. The put call ratio has again fallen back to 0.74, which is under a bearish territory. So we need to just keep in mind that the market trend is, though we saw a huge fall and then a huge recovery, but still it is under selling pressure. And FIs also have, they have I think sold about 100 and 1800, so 1800 crores in the cash market. Okay, let's quickly check Nifty also. So if you look at Nifty, things are similar. So call open interest is higher today. Also call writing was significant in the second half. Okay, the last part when the market suddenly started falling. And here also if you see, so resistance is there at 17,400, and then support can be seen at 17,200, 100 and 17,000, like that. But we do not have over aggressive positions within this area. So this is again indicating a range bound market. So far the option chain data and the participant wise OI data tells us that the market can be range bound but with volatility. Now let's discuss the charts quickly. So these are the lines which I have already drawn. Okay, so this is Bank Nifty. So 37,408. Okay, so mark this line. This is going to be a resistance for tomorrow. So in any case, if we break this, we can only get a chance to buy a call option, but within this range we are not planning any call options here. And this particular territory is also not advisable because we have resistances here, like this particular swing, because this was a gap down. So this swing will act as a resistance, and this high will act as a resistance. Then I have a line over here, and even if we move a little higher, we have this close price and then this swing. So continuously we have like about 3 or 4 resistances here. So the kind of positions that FIs and pros have, it looks difficult that on the upside it is easier to travel. But wherein on the lower end, see, first of all the market has closed on the lower side. Okay, we opened here, we gave a dip, then we went back to day high, then again gave a dip and closed at the bottom. So tomorrow, if Bank Nifty has to be range bound, then it has to gap up. So gap up maybe about 38,000, so like 38,050 or 60. If it gaps up and if it sustains for about 10 or 15 minutes, then there is a possibility we may travel within this range for the first half of the trade, and maybe in the second half we can pick up some direction, but that direction I'm expecting on the downside. And tomorrow if we open flat or say slightly gap down, then definitely market is going to test this level. This is around 37,200, and then subsequently we may also test this level, which is around 36,850. So there is a possibility of testing of these levels, but since it is an expiry day, instead of considering 36,850, we'll consider 37,000. So after 37,200, we may expect another 200 points fall, is what we can expect. But if we are an intraday trader and especially option buyer, so in case if this level breaks, I may prefer selling a call option or buying a put option here and booking it here. Okay, so this is my plan for tomorrow on Bank Nifty. So any gap up, we know that the market may sustain within this range for the first half, and in case if it spends the entire day, then I can't help it. But in case if we get a breakout on the downside, we are definitely buying a put here. This is our first target, and the second target is going to be 37,000. Upside, at least for tomorrow, will not take any trade. Okay, so no trade for the upside. So this is my view for Bank Nifty, and let's talk about Nifty also. So Nifty, if you remember, I had told you that we have a resistance here, and this is the same resistance which I marked at 17,455. I told you if we get an opening here, we may buy a put option, and our first target would be the close price of yesterday, and Nifty came down smoothly and the targets were achieved, but then it took a U-turn, then it broke day high, trapping people here, and then came back down finally. So Nifty also, the trade is going to be similar. So bullish trade only about this level, which is about 17,455, but this is not advisable, so no trade on the call side tomorrow. And similarly, if it breaks this particular low, our target would be somewhere close to 17,080. Okay, here we may see a bounce, so but then eventually it may cross this also. So in case, just in case, if we gap down, say if we are gapping down somewhere here, and either we may touch this and go up, or we may directly go up. In both the case, we'll buy a put option here. Okay, this is one of the trade. And the second trade is if we break this low, we'll buy a put option here, and our target is going to be around 17,080. So this is my view for Nifty and Bank Nifty for tomorrow. So let's see how the market works tomorrow, and thank you for watching. Let's meet on another video. Till then, take care. Bye bye.